Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going through 7 things that I stopped buying to make more money. I learned the value of saving a couple of years back, but as humans, we all forget something that is equally as important as saving, and that is cutting down on your spending. Part of having a good money mindset is to do both of these because one is incomplete without the other, and one can only take you so far on its own. So you need to save and cut down on spending if you want to get further. Now, without affecting my quality of life, cutting back on these 7 things has left me with so much more money every month, which I'm using to invest in other ventures and hobbies, which will hopefully grow and have my money working for me. So let's get right into it. I had a bit of a gaming habit. I used to play a lot of games, and I have spent so much money on buying the latest games, controllers, and spending money on in-game items. I think having a hobby is really important for people. Having a way of dealing with the day-to-day stresses of life is something we all need, and gaming provides that. When I was younger and life got tough, I would just jump online with my friends and make some really funny memories and forget about the real world for a bit. Even now, when things get really stressful, I just turn on my PC and jump on Call of Duty with my friends and just have a little catch up. It's funny that I play high stress games just to de-stress from life, but it works for me and it works for millions of gamers out there. But now that I've gotten a bit older, I'm prioritizing my other hobbies a bit more. Instead of spending $300 to $400 a year on games, I've developed a hobby of making and editing YouTube videos to educate people in the world of finance and money, and I'm really enjoying it so far, and that's where my energy and focus is going at the moment, and I'm saving my money. The next one on the list is tech upgrades. There's always a buzz around new technology and new features that get added onto phones that are pretty much similar to the year before. Companies spend millions in their marketing campaigns to sell you the idea that their new features are revolutionary and could change your life. Apple's great at this. They know how to get people excited. Moore's law is the observation that the number of transistors on a microchip tends to double approximately every 2 years. This trend suggests that over time, computers are going to become more and more powerful and efficient, and they can accommodate more transistors on their chip. This means that processing capabilities of your phone doubles every 2 years, bringing you more features to play with, such as the dynamic island, improved Google Assistant, better battery life, and the list goes on. So basically, there's no point in trying to keep up. You'll be wasting your money. I had a pair of in-ear headphones that work pretty well, and they are amazing, but I upgraded to a pair of overhead headphones because it offered improved active noise cancellation, higher quality sounds, they look great, and they were on sale. So I really convinced myself that I needed these headphones. I was really happy and excited when I bought the headphones, but after 2 days, I started to question my purchase. The excitement wore off completely, and I considered returning my headphones. A big one on the list is a brand new car. Brand new cars from showrooms are expensive for no reason. It's not worth buying a brand new car if you don't need it, or if you don't have an asset with a cash flow to pay for that car. The car will lose most of its value the moment you leave the showroom. The average car loses about 10 to 40% of its value in the first year, and it will lose 60% of its value in the third year. It's a massive liability. Everyone loves the feeling of owning and driving a brand new car. It brings you status, improves your image, but is it really worth spending that much money on a car that will lose so much of its value so quickly? Or is it better to just hold off, hang on to that money, and invest in an asset that will generate the cash flow that you can use to pay for the car further down the line? I have a second-hand car, and I see it as a means of transportation and nothing else. It takes me from A to B, so I'm going to keep it until it runs its course. The next one is buying unnecessary clothes. There was a point where I was trying out different clothes to find my style, and I was putting on weight, so I started to experiment to find a style that suits me. So I bought so many clothes from fast fashion brands like Urban Outfitters, Zara, H&M, Mango, and I quickly found out that after 5 to 6 wears, this clothes started to lose its color and it started to lose its shape, which meant that I would need to replace them, and that was wasting my money. Clothes from fast fashion brands are cheap for a reason. They are unethical and unsustainable, and most of the designs go out of fashion pretty quick. So now, rather than just wasting money on low quality clothes, I think of my clothes as an investment and only buy high quality clothes that will last me longer, even if they're a bit more expensive. I buy classic designs that are timeless, so I don't have to keep spending money. I've minimized the amount of clothes in my wardrobe to just 3 pairs of jeans, a few t-shirts, shirts, jackets, and some cargos. I went for colors that go with everything, so every time I pick something out of my wardrobe, I know it will look good and it will feel good, and I can enjoy the fact that I'm saving money. Now, this is a pretty big one for a lot of us, but just hear me out. Some of us can't function without this, and it's coffee. Especially if you have meetings early in the morning and you have to be on your A game. I have stand-ups at 9 a.m. and there are times where I can't go through the meeting without feeling sleepy or needing a coffee. I used to pick up a coffee on my way to work and then I would buy another one around midday because I was convinced that I really needed coffee before I started any piece of work or before any meetings. I knew that if I have a coffee, I'll become more productive, which is true. It does stimulate you and it boosts your performance, but I was becoming heavily reliant on it. It got to a point where I was just wasting my money by buying coffees from cafes. It helps when you look at the numbers to understand how much money you're wasting. I was buying 2 coffees a day, so to show you how much I was spending in numbers, to keep it simple, let's say a coffee is £3. In a day, I was spending £6. In a week, I was spending about £31. And then when you look at it in a year, that's about £1,600. And now this is where it gets crazy. Imagine I drank coffee every working day until I retire in 35 years, then that number comes to a staggering £57,000. I really wanted to cut back on spending so much money on coffee, so I had to force myself to cut down to just 1 coffee a day, and then eventually I gave it up altogether. But now I do have a coffee here and then, but only if it's provided free at work. Companies spend millions on marketing campaigns so they can come up with clever ways to make their products more appealing. Sales promotions are purposely designed to catch your attention and make you make that purchase. If you're buying something just because it's on sale, you're actually spending more money because you never intended to buy that item in the first place. There's a big difference between buying things that go on sale and buying things just because it's on sale. The moment we see something on sale, we immediately think, oh, I could save $40 on this $200 jacket, instead of, wow, this jacket is $160. I'm going to pay $160 of my hard-earned money just to buy this jacket. Now, is it something I really need, or is it something that I just want? If you need the jacket and it's gone on sale, then it's an obvious choice to buy it during the sales period, because that's when you actually be saving that $40. But if you're buying it just because it's on sale, then essentially you're wasting 100% of your $160. The next one on the list is investing without research. Trading already carries a lot of risk. You can lose your money very quickly, and without doing any research, you're essentially guaranteeing losing your money. Through my trading journey, I invested in 2-3 companies that I didn't do any research on, and I believed the hype. Only after investing in them, I went and had a look at their financials and looked into the company's plans and realized that my money is in trouble. Luckily, I didn't make any major losses, but now I always do my due diligence and invest in companies that I truly believe in. Never invest in a company until you have a good understanding about what the company does, what they're doing financially, what their long-term plans are. A financial advisor can help you with this, but you need to do your own research and have some level of understanding of the risks involved when you're making these investment decisions. And an extra one that I mentioned in one of my previous videos is about spending money on fast food. Eating fast food is quick and easy. Just knowing that you can order food to your house or grab something quickly at a drive-thru makes you think twice about cooking at home. It's all purposely made very easy and convenient just so that you're tempted to buy fast food. If you're eating a lot of fast food, you might be surprised by how much you're spending each month. Most people usually spend more than $100, sometimes between $100 to $500 on fast food. Making your own meals at home saves you that money. It's also healthier because you get to pick what goes into your meals. I was having KFC pretty much every day for lunch at one point, but then I started to cut down and eventually stopped buying it altogether, and now I'm saving my money. Saving is a really important part of having a good money mindset, but you can't only rely on saving. Having a good money mindset also means actively cutting down on spending. Those two things go hand in hand, and they're the key to achieving financial freedom. Now, I still enjoy my life. I will spend on things that I need and I treat myself here and there, but I've taken control of my spending and I don't fall into the trap of buying things just to impress other people. After a day or two, they won't even care. And it's not worth sacrificing your long-term goals of achieving financial freedom just to buy something that makes you happy for 2 days. Another big part of improving your money mindset is when it comes to your finances, you always have to think about the long game. Those who play the long game enjoy the biggest rewards. When it comes to buying a car, I think, is it worth spending 15K on a car, which is a huge liability and it decreases in value? Or is it better to use that 15K on a side hustle that will bring me additional income, on courses that will increase my skill set so I can increase my salary, or on assets that will increase in value and generate income for me and build wealth? I think it's a pretty easy choice to make. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you're interested in learning how to save, then I've made a whole video on saving your first 100K using my budget planner, so go check that video out and download your planner for free. Until next time, take care, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.